What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles, and we are back with another video. If you guys didn't know, I sent a bunch of comics into CGC maybe about two and a half months ago. Got them back. One of them came back a 9.4 graded Ultimate Fallout 4 first appearance of Miles Morales. I did not like the notes that they sent back, so I cracked it, pressed it, and resubmitted it, and now it's back. Before we get started in that video, guys, I want to remind you, if you aren't a current subscriber of the channel, I want you to go ahead and click the subscribe button for me, tap that notification bell, and of course, slap that like button. But also, my memberships are now live, guys. If you aren't a member of the channel, you are missing out. I am giving away 3 to 5 comics a month in my newsletter that I think you guys should be picking up right now here at these prices. So if you're not a member, go ahead and click that join button. But we're here for Miles. If you guys don't remember, like I said, I sent this book in. I thought it had 9.6, 9.8 potential. It was in the poly bag at some point. I cracked it out of the poly bag, pressed it, sent it in. It came back a 9.4, and they said that there was a light crease along the bottom part of the entire book. So I said to myself, when I took it out and pressed it, I didn't see that. I wonder if it happened during shipping, because what I did was I took that book and I put it in between 2 books on the top, 2 other raw books on the bottom, you know, between 2 pieces of cardboard, sent it out to them. Didn't know if that happened because of the way it was shipped, or maybe if they did something at CGC, who knows. But 2 of the other books in that submission came back 9.8, so I wasn't sure. So what I did was I cracked it, repressed it, didn't see anything on this thing, and of course sent it back to them, hoping for a great bump. I'm hoping for a 9.6 or possibly even a 9.8, and this baby is back, and we're going to crack this thing right now and find out what the grade is. So hopefully, like I said, we're going to be happy with this grade. If it comes back anywhere in a 9.4 or lower, I am definitely going to be disappointed. If it comes back at a 9.6 or a 9.8, I will be happy. If it's a 9.8, I will probably hang on to the book for a while. If it's a 9.6, I will kind of make a determination at some point. I know I always say to you guys, in modern books, I want a 9.6 or a 9.8, but I kind of want the 9.8 on this one, but I won't be disappointed either way, as long as we get that grade bump, okay? All right, so again, this is not even rubber bandage. Jeez, CGC. CGC usually rubber bands these things around these cardboards, so they didn't do that this time. So hopefully that there's no cracks or anything in the slab. Let me see, take it out. So I see the grade, but let me take it out of this bag. So I'm just looking at the case to make sure there's no whatever, and no, the case looks good, so they got away with one. So this book, like I said, was raw, came back at 9.4, repressed, and now is a 9.6. So again, I am not too mad. I'm happy we got the 9.6, but I wanted to read you guys the grader's notes on this thing, because for the life of me, I can't understand why all of a sudden I'm getting 2 different things. So the first time it came back, it said it had a light crease along the bottom half of the entire book. Didn't see that when I sent it off. My guess is it wasn't there when I sent it off. Sat there for a couple of weeks, received, and then graded. Now, these are the new grader's notes. You ready? Indent right center of front cover. Multiple printer crease left bottom back cover. So we have a whole set of new different things going on with this book now. So that tells me one thing. It's happening either in shipping or at CGC. You can't have defects that were once there at one point, no longer there, and then all of a sudden they reappear on the same book. So that tells me, like I said, this is the only book that I sent out. There was no other books I sent with this shipment. I'm trying to see if I know what they're talking about. And of course, I see no indent on the front cover at all, and it back. And of course, I don't see any printer crease. Oh, wait. No, that's part of the book. I don't see any printer crease on the back of this thing. So I'm going to try to show you. The glare is horrible, so I doubt you're going to see anything. Do you see a dent on this book anywhere, please? Like, I'm trying to get it so you guys can see without the light. I don't see anything on the front of this. And they said on the bottom right, a printer crease. It's hard to see with the glare, but this book looks, unless they're talking about that right here, but I think that might be what they're talking about. That's it. if I'm think. Actually, when I'm looking at that, I don't think that's the book. I think that's the case, but it's really hard to tell. Regardless, this book came back at a 9.6. I'm happy with that. I got the nice Miles label on there. This book right now, I think just sold for 14 and change. On Instagram, I saw somebody sell it for that amount, and it's sold. So that's probably what's going to be, you know, the new price point for this book right now at a 9.6. I paid, I think, $720 for it at one point when I bought it in the polybag raw. Of course, I've had to send this thing to CGC twice now. So one time it was probably $30 because I had a bunch of other books because it was nice and easy. It was $130 to grade it twice, so $260 at $300 on top of that. It's about $1,050 roughly. So am I still ahead of the game? Yes, I am. That's why I sent it, but I'm not taking a chance on repressing this thing and sending it back in again. It makes no sense to me to do that. I'm okay with the 9.6 for now. So it'll hang on to the collection for a little bit, and then I'll decide what I want to do with it. My original plan was to kind of hang on to this book until Miles Morales showed up in a live action movie. And I still think that's a really smart thing to do. But like I said, I might sell this thing ahead of time and then probably try to find a 9.8. I'd like to get one signed by Mark Bagley with the custom Miles logo. Not sure if that's even available. Regardless, I'll see if I can find one for a decent price. If I can't, hopefully these things slip down a little bit. If I can't, no big deal. I'll hang on to this one. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Sometimes it does pay to crack and press books, especially modern books, big books, not all modern books. I don't know how some of you guys send out these, you know, books that don't have big first appearances in them just because they could be 9/8. I think it's a little ridiculous. That's probably some of the reason why we're getting all this backlog at CGC, CBCS, and all these other places. Send the big books in, right? Those are the books that need to be graded. Everything else, keep the shit at home. All right? With that said, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.